Well, hello everybody. This is Douglas Allen Frazier with I'm Going Fishing 21-3. It is a hot, beautiful, not much wind of a day down in the tank, my neighbor's tank down here in Eastland, Texas, and we're going to come out and we're going to have some fun. That's what I do. You know, Richard Gene says fishing is good for you, and I'm saying it's fun, it's good, it's fun, and that's what we want. That's what I want. I want that the same thing for you. Now, I'm doing something a little different. We're going to see what happens. We have got a setup that I'm going to use my light rod with a bobber, the orange and white, and a dry fly, and I've put a very, very small weight up in front of it, and we're just going to see what happens. Okay, there's the dry fly, there's the little weight, there's the bobber, and there is my pole. It's about a 5.5 foot, very light action. And so we're going to get started and see what happened. I brought no worms. I did not put on an orange bead. My brother, I talked to him in California. He suggested maybe I put on an orange bead. And I thought, I'm going to just check it out and see when it goes this way. And so here we go. We're going to make the first cast. Now this is very light and a short rod. So I don't know how fast we're going to be able to go. Oh, but that's okay. That's okay. First cast is all right. Yeah. Now this area seems to be a bluegill bedded area. So we're just going to see what happens. I'm just going to kind of just pull it around and see what happens. If nothing happens, well, it's a fail. But you know, we might go someplace else. Your area, I know you've probably got stock tanks, ponds, whatever it is, maybe a community little lake. There we go. We got some action. They're already chasing the bobber. So these are things that you can play with and have fun. I'm just trying out some different things. Oh, we got a bite. We got a bite. There we got a bite. They're playing with it anyway. I got my dog Major. I hope he doesn't knock over my tripod. But they're playing with it. Okay. So if they're playing, maybe they'll get serious. The one thing I know, well, I believe anyway, that I will not get hooked up with another snapping turtle like I did the other night. My last cast the other night, I thought I had another nice big catfish. Sucker took off just like it was a catfish. It kept going out to the middle part of the lake, and then it just stopped. And obviously went to the bottom, and I could not move it up. I was using this same outfit that I've got here, and so I broke it off. I'm assuming it was the snapping turtle that I had hooked before using some gulp. And I caught him. I had a much bigger outfit. I caught him, reeled him in, and then I just pulled him up to the edge and snapped out the line and said, go for it, dude. But we're getting some bites here. Okay. Now this might be a little bit too big for the mouths of the smaller ones. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop this bobber up, draw it up, and get a little more depth and see if I can pick up some of the bigger bluegill that are in here. So here we go again. Second cast. We were getting bites. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, we're in a little deeper water this time. But I'll do the same thing. I'll just reel in slowly. I'll let it sit for a while to let it drop down, because like I said, it is a dry fly, not a wet fly. Richard Gene was using a hair fly, which is basically a wet type of fly fishing, and boy, he was catching some obviously really cool bluegill in his area of Alabama. I get kind of envious of looking at some of those bluegill he gets there. Whoa, getting some nice bites. Not big bites, but nice bites. So we'll just keep this up. I don't know how long I'll keep, filming, but I just want to let you know that this is something that I'm trying. I thought about bringing some worms and just putting a little tip of the worm on there and, something they can smell, so to speak. Well, here we got a turtle coming up. They like this bobber. But I decided I wasn't going to do it. Maybe another time we'll try that. I know this also works. I've seen Richard Dreen do it, and I suggested it to one of my friends down here out on the lake. They attached a fly, I think it was a dry fly, to their crappie setup, and they were catching crappie along with, they had set a 2-hook setup, one with the fly up higher and the bait minnow down lower, and they were catching 2 at a time at some times, and some very nice crappie. So you can have some great fun. Just I just saw a very nice size bluegill. Now I got a little guy sitting right below the surface of the water here. If I pick it up, I don't know if you can see him or not. He's right under the bobber, sitting there. Now I'll set it back down. I'm just pull this in right to the edge because there's a lot of bluegill that stay right up on the edge of the dock. Yep, I'm getting some little bites. Yeah, something's playing with it. You can see it moving around. Yeah, look at that. Look at that bobber right there. There's bluegill coming right underneath that bobber. Maybe I should have taken my brother's advice and put on a orange bead on there. Maybe that's the next iteration. Well, we're going to do something here. There's always, right up here at the front, always seems to be somebody hanging right around up here. I'm going to just drop this down right over the edge. See what happens. Okay, come on. Got lots of fingerlings and fry in here swimming all over the place, and they're coming up to the orange bobber again. I'm just going to kind of drag this along the edge. Yeah, look at these blue guys. They're all following this orange bobber. Or orange and white bobber. Okay, come on. Here we go. Okay. Gonna take cast out again, change my camera angle here, and let's see what we've got. I'd like to catch something. We're getting bites. Okay, that's a good thing. I guess when you can try something out and you will start getting bites, that's a good thing. That's when Richard Gene has said fishing is good for you. Now let's catch something. So we got a blessing. Yeah, look at that. They're playing with the bobber, I think. That's what I'm seeing. They're playing more with the bobber out there. Well, I don't want to keep you too long just watching really nothing really happening per se as far to fish on, but at least you're able to look and see what I'm doing, see what'll happen here. Here, fishy, fishy. Come on, take it. Come on. Yeah, this whole area I've determined is a area where they spawn. We're getting ready for the new moon to come out, and they'll start spawning again. Only got to 107 degrees on my back porch today. Right now, we're probably in the lower 90s. Okay. Come on, let's see what we got. Oh, now there's somebody underwater playing with it. That's somebody playing with the bobber, I think. Yep, I can see him. They're right underneath the bobber. And they'll follow that bobber around. Come on. Tell you what, I'm going to cast to some deeper water now, and we'll just see what happens. I'm just going to pull it in. I've got it down about 2 feet now, so we'll just see what is patrolling around at 2 feet. We could even pull up a bass. There's no doubt about it. I just don't want a snapping turtle. Okay, I'll let it sit there a little bit. And we're going to be coming directly towards the camera here. And this will probably be, unless I get something, this will be the last dance. Whoa, they're just jumping over. You can see that, they're jumping over that bobber. Okay, come on. Now that's a bite. Not much though. Come on, take it. This might work better, this size fly that I've got, because it's so furry, I'll say. Might work better with a bluegill because it's got a bigger mouth. Or rather a crappie. Yeah. Here comes the turtle looking at it. Well, folks, I think this is going to do it. Those are all the little fry just kind of scattering around it. Glad to see these little guys. I mean, we got some propagation here in this tank. So when the water comes up, it'd be really great. Whoa, that was right on the bobber. Okay. Oh my. Well, folks, we're going to call this not a fail, because having fun is never a failure. But we're going to call it done for the evening as far as trying this out. Have a very blessed rest of the day tomorrow, and just go out and have some fun if you get the opportunity with tight lines. God bless you all, and we'll see you again on I'm Going Fishing 21-3.